Okay, so today for this project you are going to need some yarn. You need yellow yarn, black yarn, white yarn, and a little bit of pink for the accent, the blush. You will also need a crochet hook, obviously, size 6mm hook. You need stitch marker, a pair of safety eyes. These are just, I want to say they're 15 or 18mm safety eyes. A stitch marker, some scissors, and a glue gun. Okay, so first things first, we are going to make a magic ring. If you don't know how to make a magic ring, I have a tutorial on my page, and I will hopefully remember to link it down below. So for round 1, we are going to be doing 6 single crochet into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I always just double count, or double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And then we pull that tight. Now since this is some thicker yarn, it can be tricky. Okay, for the second round, we are going to be doing an increase in all 6 stitches. So this is where you would place your stitch marker. Mine's a cute little bee one. Fits perfectly since we're making a bee. Okay, so I just placed my stitch marker right in that first stitch. And then an increase is just 2 single crochets into 1 stitch. So that's 1, 2, 4, 5. Next row is going to be 1 single crochet and then an increase, and you're going to repeat that all the way around. So single crochet, single crochet, place my stitch marker into that first stitch, an increase in the next stitch, and then single crochet, increase. If you did this row correctly, you should have 18 stitches around. So the next row is 2 single crochet and then an increase. So first single crochet, again, place my stitch marker in that first stitch. And then my second single crochet and then my increase, and we are going to do that all the way around once again. Okay, So I am done with my 2 single crochet increase. We should now have 24 stitches around. Our next row is going to be 3 single crochet increase. And you will do that all the way around until we get back to our stitch marker. One, 2, 3, increase, and you do that all the way around. Now that we have done our row of 3 single crochet 1 increase, we should have 30 stitches. Now our next row is 4 single crochet 1 increase. And you're going to do that all the way around just like the previous rounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. Do that all the way around. Okay, this is what your project should be looking like after the 4 single crochet 1 increase. You should now have 36 stitches around. It starts getting a little point. I like to just kind of like flatten it out. It doesn't matter. All depends on your tension. I always tend to end up getting a cone. I'm not exactly sure why. I think my tension's just too tight, but it looks fine in the end. So for the next 2 rounds, we are going to be putting 1 single crochet in every stitch. I will meet you back once we are done with our 2 rows of single crochet. Okay, now that I'm done with my 2 rows of single crochet, I'm going to be taking out my hook, and I like to just pull it to where there's lots of extra where I can't accidentally pull it and all the stitches come out. This is where we will be doing the face. So this is when you will grab your safety eyes, 2 pairs, now where your stitch marker is placed is typically where I like to have the bottom, because once we start doing the black, this is where your color changes will be, which I like them to somewhat be hidden. I like to do it about the 4th stitch, or the 4th row. See how there's row 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I like to do it about 6 stitches across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if that looks fine. I feel like that looks good. You could even use bigger than 15mm eyes. I think that would look adorable. And then I'm just going to place the backs on. That looks good to me. And then this is optional. I like to glue the backs of my safety eyes. It's kind of a controversial step. Not a lot of people like to do that, just because they say the hot glue might wear out this little plastic piece, but I've never experienced that, and you know, I'm not caking it with hot glue. I'm going to just run like a little coat around the edge, just like that. It's honestly probably not doing anything, but it gives me peace of mind. Okay, I'm just letting that dry a bit. Good. Now this is an optional step as well. I like to do it, you don't have to do it right now, but you can if you want, is I like to add the little blush right under the eyes. Now how I do it is I go from the inside and I pull it until there's about this much left on the inside so you can easily tie it. And I go over about an inch or so. That's cute. Let's see if I like it on the other side, and then I just go back to the other side. Go over about an inch. Oh, what the? Don't do that. That is not right. Go over about an inch. Let's see if I like it. That's cute. And then I take the scissors and I cut it shorter, tie. This is also where you can take a strand of your black. Let's just cut off about this much. Put it in my yarn needle. We're going to do the same process as we did with the blush. Make sure I'm not pulling it tight through the center. But this time I am going to be going straight over. And then back through on the bottom. Like so. And then I'm not going to pull it tight, because if I pulled it tight it would be straight across. I'm actually going to stick my yarn needle under. See if I like it. I think it looks good, and I'm going to go right back into that same stitch. It's kind of hard to see because it's black yarn, but then it pulls the smile to a curve. Just like that. I'm going to take my yarn needle out and I'm going to tie it once again. Now you do want to tie the smile tight, but not too tight, because then you could make it look wonky on the front, but I think we did just fine. And I'm not going to worry about, you know, cutting it, because this is the inside. What we do now is let's grab our crochet hook once again. So we are actually changing color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the yarn out of my last stitch. And this is how I do color changes. This is where you can do a color change if you have a specific way you like to do them. I'm going to show you how I like to do mine. So on the last stitch of our last row, I undid. And I'm going to stick my hook in like I'm going to finish a single crochet. Except for I'm going to pick up just 2 loops on my hook. Then I'm going to grab my black. And I'm actually going to act like this is the last step in our single crochet, just like that. And then what I'm going to do in the next stitch is I'm going to slip stitch into our first stitch. So it looks like that. It makes your joining very seamless. You don't have to tie or cut your working yarn every color change, but I like to, just because then it's not getting tangled and it's just a jumbled up mess for me. So I'm going to cut. We're going to be doing 2 rows of black, and you are just going to be single crocheting into every stitch. So we are on the last stitch of our 2 single crochet in black. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did when we color changed to black. So I'm just going to do half of a single crochet and then take the yellow and finish the last step in doing a single crochet. And then where my stitch marker was, I am going to slip stitch. Just like that. Then once again, cutting the black, tying it with the yellow. We are going to be doing 2 rows of single crochet. We're kind of just going to be alternating the 2 rows of yellow, 2 rows of black, 2 rows of yellow, 2 rows of black until we have 3 black stripes. So I'm going to be doing my first row of single crochet in yellow. I will meet you guys back here once you have 3 stripes of black. Now that we have done the 3 stripes of black, we are going to once again do a color change back to yellow for the last time. Whoop whoop. And then cut the black, attach it. Now with these last steps, we are going to be slowly stuffing the bee as we go. Or you can wait until close to the end. Totally up to you. So in this row, we are going to be doing 4 single crochet and then a decrease. Don't forget your stitch marker. Okay, so that was 2 single crochet, 3, 4. And then we are going to decrease. We are going to do that all the way around until we get back to our stitch marker. Okay. Now for this round, we are going to be doing 3 single crochet and then a decrease all the way around. This next row we are going to be doing 2 single crochet and then a decrease. Now you can start stuffing now. I'm gonna start doing that. I always break it up. It's a new bag of stuffing, so it's kind of stiff. But I use quite a bit, especially with bees. I like to make them more stiff than squishy. Okay, this is stuffed enough for right now, and then we're going to continue the row of 2 single crochet, decrease. So the last row is going to be single crochet and then a decrease. Now I like to do some more stuffing from here on out until the end, just so I can get, you know, the last little bit stuffed. I don't know about you guys, but I tend to understuff the end because I'm so excited to just hurry up and finish the project that I end up forgetting to add more stuffing in the end. So don't forget that. Now we are going to do our second to last row and do our single crochet decrease. Okay, don't forget to stuff some more. You don't want to stuff too much towards the end because then it'll have a pointy butt and you don't want that. Well, you might, but and I think it looks better with not a pointy butt. Our last row is just going to be a row of decreasing. So you can do 6 decreases. I like to take my stitch marker out on this row and just kind of decrease until I feel it's good. 2, 3, 4. Grab our scissors. We make a decent tail. Doesn't have to be like insanely long. Take out your hook. Grab your yarn needle. Thread that once again. We'll be threading that yarn needle again. And then I do just one loop. Don't know if you can see that. I do one loop of the last stitches, just like that, and then I just pull it. I also go like this and knot it like a few times. Perfect. Then I just stick it in and hide it somewhere, pull it out, and cut it. You just push it in. There's the body of the bee. I will need to make some wings. So with the white yarn, you are going to be taking the 6mm hook, and you are going to be making 6 single crochet into a magic ring. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you'll be doing 6 half double crochet increases, which is just 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. So that's 1. Then you'll be doing a double crochet, and then 6 double crochet increases. I will meet you back here when you have made 2. Okay, now that we have 2 wings, I like to sew it on that second black stripe. And I just sew it like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. You definitely want it secure. And there you have it, your bee. I hope it was easy to follow along, and I hope that you make a lot. Enjoy.